Live struggle legacy. It's a whole movement.
I got you, big baby. I keep the struggle live struggle, live music. Pay attention to how we do it. And so my dog who never made it out. Live struggle, I got you, homie. We break it out, live struggle, live music. Pay attention to how we do it. And so my dog who never made it out. Live struggle, I got you, homie. The things we do when we down on our luck, like a dolphin, anything to get fucked up. What you think? Now we out here trying to get locked up. Desperation brings desperate measures trying to come up.
Hey everybody, it's your boy MP, Live Struggle Legacy, and welcome to the Live Struggle Legacy Podcast, Season 3. Now, real quick, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, start a conversation, drop a comment. If you're listening on a streaming platform, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that download, save, rate us. And if you're looking to promote your business, holler at me because we're looking for sponsors. Okay, I have another very special guest in the house tonight. None other than another St. Patience straight out the Berg 727. This is a creative talent in so many different aspects. Rapper, filmmaker, actor, all-around creator, but best known as Charli Funk, the Modulator, aka the IXLien. IXLien, my bad. IXLien. I got you, brother. Yes. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, bro. For real.
Hey, boy, I've been trying to cook this up for a while. I already know you know.
You know I'm elusive.
But everything happens in divine timing, bro. Right? In perfect timing. I truly believe that with all my heart. So I always like to say a little story about like how I know you and how this all came to be. And then if you got something similar, so be it. But Funk is one of these people that I feel like I've known for years, but I can't remember where I knew him from. I can't remember where we met or if we even met in person. But I'm looking at like, and even when you walked in, it wasn't like, I don't know this dude. It's like, I know you. I've known you for years, but where do I know you from? Like, I know the songs that you sing. You know what I mean? Like, I know what you got cooking. So like, but one thing I could say, me and this brother been supporting each other for years, just in terms of content and music and just all around vibes, right? So you know, I reached out to Funk. Because I was feeling what he had cooking. He's you know, a super positive guy, super creative, always doing, always doing, period, point blank, doing, always building, right? And so, you know, that's the kind of energy that I want to bring to this platform. We love stories on this platform. I'm sure you got some stories. We'll get into that soon. But I'm just wondering what your perspective was. You know, when I reached out, Live Struggle Legacy, you know, what were you thinking about the platform? And
oh, man. I just know that, like you said, it's a super duper positive platform. We coming from the streets, you feel me? It's a lot of different stories, a lot of different backstories, a lot of different walks of life that we walk in, that we bump into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of hands that we shake, and I try to make every interaction the most important interaction. So I knew this was going to be a real good spot to be in when I seen you really building this platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot, bro.
For real.
So let's dive into it. This is Live Struggle Legacy, and we love stories. So I know a little bit of your story, but man, what's the live struggle? What's your live struggle? Tell us about Charli Funk, how you became Charli Funk, like however deep you want to go, bro.
Oh man, well, you know what's crazy is that I try to keep the struggle off my shoulders. You know
of course, yes.
So I stay aggressively positive. Like
I love that. Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why I say I'm the IXLien.
Yes.
And the modulator.
Okay.
See, I'm first and foremost the IXLien, right? Because I'm inspired by love. So IXL is equation. It's inspiration times love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So anything that inspires you, if you love it enough, it's going. You know, it should inspire you to move.
Yeah.
You know, but I should say that backwards. Anything that you love, if you see it, it should inspire you enough to move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what IXL is all about, and that's why I'm a modulator, because I take a bad situation and turn it into a good one. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about for me.
Yeah, I was thinking about you. I may have even talked about you on the show, bro, because I brought in sound healers, frequency healers, and that's all I was thinking. Like a modulator, what you do is set certain frequencies, right? And I'm thinking this man really out here modulating. He's really setting frequencies, bro. You know, like, I mean, and we all are, whether we're aware of it or not. Right, so it's like when you're consciously setting frequencies, that's when you truly become a magician, right? You truly start to shape the world, at your own will, so to speak.
Yeah, man, and that's really where it comes from too. Like when I was a jit, you feel me? Like early days, you feel me? Like 14, 15, 16. My big cousin, same old Slim, Philo family. I don't know if you know Young Is, Trey Libra now. Okay. He's gone through a few name changes. He done been Young Is, Jacob Phoenix, Trey Libra. Okay. But he shoots videos. He's from St. Pete too. They had a group called GFS. Okay. So when I was 14, he moved out to Colorado, was working for computers, working for IBM.
Oh, that's
working on computers for IBM. And so when he came back, he brought us Fruity Loops, Pro Tools, and all that stuff. And it was my first recording at 14. Okay. But with that, he took my mama's computer, which I trashed, from downloading music at that time.
Yeah, I'm filling them up with viruses, LimeWire,
you know what I'm saying? So it was like a double trip when he came back. So it was like, I'm taking the computer to get it fixed. She don't know that I'm finna go over here and record some music. He finna load this thing up with RAM, all sorts of shit, and Fruity Loops. Yeah. Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying? So I started off like that. So I became the modulator, just learning what modulation was. Well, I was already in school for music at that time too, because I played the saxophone too.
Oh, that's what's up. I didn't know that about you. Yeah. Okay.
So I've been doing that for, I haven't played in a little bit, but I've been playing the saxophone damn near my entire life.
So if I handed you one right now, you could. I wish I had one.
I could go. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely go. Only thing is, like, I do have nerve damage. You hear me rap about that sometime when I go. I got some nerve damage. We'll get into that later though. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. So let's dive in your story, bro. So how did you become? I mean, I know deep down you were always the modulator, right? Yes, but like, how did you come to this knowledge of self and become on this positive path? Like, because I know I didn't start like that, but it's up and down, because as a kid I was raised in the church. Yeah. So it wasn't like I was, a street kid, quote unquote. But also, you hang out with your cousins and you do shit. As a kid, you're gonna be quote unquote a street kid.
Were you born and raised in St. Pete?
Born and raised in St. Pete.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I'm a Bayfront baby.
Okay, that's what's up.
Bayfront babies.
That's what's up. Yeah.
You feel me?
I've had quite a few Bayfront babies on this show. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, we a gang. Absolutely. Well, not a gang. We a family.
A family. Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
Yeah. It's that's a fraternity right there. A sorority. It's a society for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's not a lot of us.
Yeah. No, especially in this day and age.
Yeah. A lot of people move away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you get so many people move here. They're not really Bayfront babies. They came here at 5 years old or something like that.
See, I consider myself a native, even though I wasn't born here. My mom was born here, though. And my grandmother on my mom's side was here since a toddler. I was born out west, but I've been coming here since I was a baby, since before 1 year old, right?
You got blood in the soil.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Blood in the soil.
Yeah.
So you good.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know you good. I ain't gotta
Of course. So, okay. So the music journey started at before 14, or that's when
it started before 14.
Okay.
I was always, as a kid, you listen to music at barbecues, you in the backseat of your mom's car, y'all going to the football game on the weekend. She got that shit playing, going back and forth to practice, whatever it may be. Yeah. So you memorizing words. Yeah. So I started memorizing words as a kid, but I also didn't know all the words. Sometimes I get in trouble for saying all the words, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I started making up my own words. Yes. And plus, I have a sister, she's 4 years older than me. My brother 9 years older than me. So they listening to different music as well.
Oh, you're the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the baby.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But then when we grocery shop, when we go to the mall or something like that, going out, I'm trailing them. They beatboxing. I'm singing. Yeah. Somebody rapping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One of us. We always used to do that shit as a trio. So that just was kind of, even though they not musicians, that was always in the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, I remember my brother, because like I say, he's 9 years older than me. I remember him literally with a boombox on our counter breaking down Jay-Z and why they shouldn't be playing certain shit on the radio. He was like, yo, they didn't bleep this out. She like, what you mean they ain't bleep this out? He ain't say nothing. He like, no. Let's run this back. And he put the boombox on the counter while she cooking. He's like, do you hear this? Do you hear what Foxy Brown saying?
That's dope though. Like in that with the whole family and breaking it down. I love that. Yeah.
Because she's a big music head too. Like she loved Earth, Wind and
Your
Fire.
mom, you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. So she was a big influence in music for you.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, man. I can relate to that a lot.
And my biological father too, because he was actually, I guess, a DJ.
Okay.
Which I didn't really catch a lot of that wave.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he was a DJ, so. I'm not sure what he did. He used to make a lot of mixtapes. I know that he had a shit ton of equipment.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he had.
And in the Berg.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then and then of course, my grandma, she stayed on 3rd. Jam Pony Express used to be right next door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Saturday mornings, Jam Pony.
Yes.
Oh man, that used to be crazy as a kid to hear that coming through the window. While you trying to watch, I can't even remember what cartoon we was watching, because who cared what we was watching on that flow model TV. They got Jam Pony going. My auntie's finna open up these curtains and open up this window. My uncle finna come through here. They finna be back and forth next door grabbing tapes.
So I love that. Oh, so we used to sell the tapes next door. Mm-hmm. So, bro, we talked about Jam Pony in an episode on here in the past, and Jam Pony is a big part of like how we first started rapping, bro. Because anybody could do Pony.
Yeah.
You just be in the car, you turn it down, turn it back up, right? And that's how was how I was first introduced to rap, bro. I mean, not rap in terms of a genre and music, but to rapping, just being with homies that were old. We'd be burning, and then everybody feeling it, and then the song come on, and then turn it down, turn it up, and I can't even think of a specific song from back then, but my first introduction. Well, not my first introduction, but just a story that really resonates with me. So I grew up in the Coquina Key area, right? And so, we used to get in my sister's car, right? If you see earlier episodes in season 1, I tell my whole life story, bro, and I get into all these stories. But my sister was I don't even think she was legally old enough to drive. I think she was 15. She had her learner's permit, but we used to pile in. And my sister's 3 years older than me. So me and all my little 12-year-old homeboys, bro, we would jump in the car. We'd have my sister take us to the trap over there behind McDonald's off of 18th, and then we would and it would be crazy because they had Chunky Sunday would be going on, right? Yeah. And so you'd have a Pony. They'd have the big bounce houses, and then we would just, you couldn't get out the car because there was nowhere to park. But we would just all the cars. And back when St. Pete was St. Pete, Chunky Sunday, you know what I mean?
Every Sunday.
Yeah, and that's what we used to do. We used to get in my sister's car and just be riding and smoking, and you never had to worry about police back then, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not, especially not during that time, because they got other stuff going on. But that was an early introduction to hip hop for me that I think is a very St. Pete thing, man. That was our hip hop, yes, right? Indeed. A Jam Pony. That was something very unique and special, to the Berg, man.
And I try to tell a lot of people in these, because I be in Discords a lot. You know what I'm saying? I be in people chats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's when you look at the grand scheme of things, if you really was in it, it's everywhere. People be oh, I'm not, no disrespect to the Bronx. Shout out to my Bronx brothers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hip hop was born and birthed in the Bronx.
Yeah,
it's got
absolutely.
its stamp. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. The 5 boroughs, we got that.
Yeah.
But techniques and all that shit, people was getting money everywhere.
Yeah, and everybody had their own little thing, bro. Bro, remember when there was a whole era that I went through? I remember it was shout out to my homeboy Dominique, right? That they used to cut hair at Robinson's Barbershop. It used to be at Albertsons back in the day on 54th Avenue South. But I remember he put us on them Swisher House tapes. Right, and we were already listening to slow down music. We didn't call it chopped and screwed, or we didn't call it screwed. We just call it slow down music. We were already listening to slow down music down here. But he put us on to the DJ Michael Watts, chopped up, not slopped up. You know what I mean? Slow down, chopped and screwed. The DJ Screw tapes, the Swisher House tapes, and that was kind of their thing. And
I almost felt like that was a diss to us at first when I first heard
you first heard it.
What, chopped up, not slopped up?
Yeah. I never looked at it like that. But I've always been such a big fan of music, bro. I got into Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? I got into the Wu-Tang, but that wasn't my introduction to hip hop. Right. To be totally real, my introduction to hip hop, I was born in Arizona, bro. So I didn't move to Florida until 1993. Now I was coming to Florida all the time because my mom, this is her native town. So I was up since a baby, right on Paso Grill Beach, bro. That's like right down the street from the Dawn. That's where my mom's family grew up, all the way from back in the day, bro. When my grandma was a toddler, they moved over from up north, right? But out west, like when I can remember sitting with my pops we lived in the desert, right? We lived in the desert in Arizona on the foot of the Superstition Mountains, completely different world from like the beaches, right? But I remember he had one of these old school TVs. I don't know if you remember these old school TVs, but they were projector TVs. But not like you see now where you just have a screen and then a projector up. It was all one big ass unit, and they had these 3-color lights, bro. Like back then it was like that thing, right? And then the 3-colored lights would project up on the TV, and how you kind of go back in time. I'm kind of going back in time right now, and we had this big, thick carpet. I used to lose whole ass G.I. Joes in the carpet. But I used to be sitting there, looking for my G.I. Joes or whatever. And this is when MTV was popping, right? Yeah. And this was when MTV was popping. And so like, I don't think it was my first hip hop, but when I was like really falling in love with hip hop was like Nothing But a G Thing, right? Okay. And remember it would they'd be playing the volleyball, and then I don't know if they were blocking out Nike logos or what, but remember it used to be blurred, and they would blur out the titties, and they would blur out that's like my first music video. That's my first memory of a music video was Nothing But a G Thing when Snoop. First when Dre broke Snoop, you know what I mean? And so because most people think everybody has their idea of what hip hop is, and a lot of people it comes from up north, and I totally respect it like you about the Bronx and I was a Wu-Tang fan, you know what I mean? I listened to around that same era though that I got into Dr. Dre. And the singles before the Chronic even released. Remember back then you wouldn't go buy albums. You go buy singles. Yeah. You go buy singles. I would go. My mom would take me to the store. I'd buy a whole bunch of singles, bro. It's like Snow and Former. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Dre, Nothing But a G Thing. All these singles that would.
That's where they get the B-side. Well, they get the B-sides from records, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you get 1-2 songs and an instrumental.
But for me, like my early hip hop was West Coast, bro. Dre and Snoop. You know what I mean? Like and then when I moved down here, bro, it was No Limit. It was No Limit, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like no limit was absolutely. And but in all fairness, before No Limit, I can really relate to what you were saying about listening to songs and trying to remember. So shout out my homeboy C-Mill, who was my producer for a long time, bro. He's not really into music these days, and it makes me sad because C-Mill is the reason I started rapping. We would hang out at his house. His parents were never home. His daddy was always working, and his mom was always she was a manager at Albertsons. God bless her dad. She's no longer with us, but we would sit in their house and eat. Because she was a manager at Albertsons, they had all these snacks. So we would sit in there. We would burn. 12 years old. His parents smoked cigarettes, so we could sit up in there and just burn and then eat snacks, right? And back then, yeah, bro, we'd eat all the snacks. And back then, we were really into Bone. Right, like and like Flesh Bone, you know what I mean? Remember that Flesh Bone album? Like you and there's a whole thing. What he would do is we would both sit down with our pen and paper and we would try to write down the words to Bone, right? And the funny thing is, bro, C-Mill always had him on point. I always had some whole other shit. You know what I mean? Like some shit like, I know that. And then we're like arguing and then he has to break it. Like kind of like how your brother was dissecting Jay-Z in terms of the context, right? He's been breaking down, no, this is what he said. What you're saying don't even make sense, right? And eventually, that turned into rapping, but it was right there in that same room. He had an older sister. So first, it was Bone, listening to the whole album, the Crossroads, East 99, you know what I mean? All the way back to Thuggish Ruggish Bone, you know what I mean? But he had these mixtapes, which really, this was like, you talk about falling in love with hip hop. I'm gonna shout out all what I considered the greats, bro. What was true hip hop for me. He had, and what was amazing, I went to a show recently in Tampa, and it was kind of weird because everybody there was like 40 plus, bro. And I'm looking, I never feel old, bro, because I feel real young in spirit, you know what I mean? But I'm looking around, I'm like, These motherfuckers are old, bro, but it's like I got to see all my childhood heroes. So, and I'm gonna tell you who they were. So on that mixtape, he had this was when Master P first was smoking weed in the Cadillac. Remember 1, 2, smoking weed in the Cadillac. You remember that song? And then that was on there. Crucial Conflict, Hey in the Middle of the Barn was on there. Tila and 8 Ball and MJG Show Enough was on there. And then like we used to play on repeat. But we would have to rewind the tapes. These are all tapes, bro. He had these big ass 15-inch Pioneer subwoofers in this tape deck, and we used to be laying. He had water beds, bro. I'd be on his sister's bed. He'd be on his bed. I'd be next to one speaker. We'd be high as a motherfucker, and he'd have them 15s quaking. Mary, 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 Mary.
Yes, sir.
You remember? You know what I'm talking about, right? Scarface, and yeah, bro, and like that was like early hip hop for me, bro, and that's where
a classic tape you just named.
Yeah, man, and all of that on one tape. Oh yeah, for sure.
I know there's more smoking on that tape.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I could go on and on. I mean, Strong Arm Robbery was on there. You know what I mean? Like Do or Die, Twister was on there.
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? Like all that. But man, enough about my story. Like you just struck a. You know what I mean? You struck a chord.
Because that's where it's at. Like that's really where it's at for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how Khaled be saying he like a sound bomber or some shit like that. He like sound clashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I got it from my dad. You feel me? That's the one thing I got from my pops. You feel me? Yeah. It's like knowing how to sound clash. You feel me? Knowing how to build a story with other people's songs. And so I take that and just, it's almost like a magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to make magazines with music. You know what I mean? And I've always been a writer because I really started off writing. Okay. You feel me? Like as a kid.
I can relate. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like as a kid, doing them essays, them standardized tests and all that shit. And you get like the good score on writing, but you might not get a good score on this one. So now I start focusing more on writing. And I've just always been into journaling stuff too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so when you asked me about the positivity thing, my brother, because I would think I was getting in trouble back in like 3rd or 4th grade or something like that. My brother gave me the Celestine Prophecy. And it, shit make my mind go. Yeah. You feel me? At 9 years old, 10 years old.
Okay, yeah. You know what I mean? You were going deep early.
Like, early. Yeah. And he gave me like, I can't remember if it was the Art of War or the Art of Seduction. The 48 Laws of Power. I picked up the Art of Seduction on my own. No, it was the Art of War first, then it was
the Robert Greene joints,
You know what I'm saying? And again, I hadn't even gotten into middle school yet when he passed me that shit. But he was just trying to keep me focused. Yeah. Because he seen, like, he was like, bro, you already starting to write shit to music. You want to sing, but I think you can do something else. He ain't say rap, but he was like, I think you probably could do something else. You could. You fly with the singing. Yeah. But I think you could probably do something else. You know what I'm saying? So, just being ultra positive, trying to be, you know what I mean? Because, things get crazy. And then playing around with music all the time. Like, all the time. I remember as a kid, bro, I used to just fall asleep with the headphones on. Mama used to hate that shit. My mama used to hate that shit. I burned through so many batteries on that damn Walkman. Because she used to come in and she used to turn my radio off. You know what I mean? Like, I had the radio playing all night long. I'd be dreaming about music. Bro, I remember one time I dreamt about the damn Outkast album. I played that bitch so much. I literally played Aquemini on repeat. In the headphones. Because she kept turning my radio off. So I put it in my Walkman. Put that under my pillow, put my headphones on. For 8 hours, burn through batteries.
Yeah, man. I can relate to so much of what you're saying, bro. And I was waiting for you to mention Outkast because to be totally real with you, when I first heard you, I felt like you really had an Atlanta sound. Right, and I'm sure you get that a lot, right? Time, and but like we sound like what we listen to. Like, bro, they used to call me Shawty T. You know Shawty T? Shout out Shawty T. He always called me the White Juvie, bro. And like I wouldn't intentionally try to sound like Juvie, but I listened to Juvie probably more than just about any other artist in 1999, 2000, bro. Like I was really on Juvie, you know what I mean? Like, and even to this day, I just saw him for like the 5th time when he went to Janice. You know what I mean? I was a little disappointed because he called St. Pete Tampa for the 2nd year in a row. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to Tampa, I love Tampa, but Tampa and St. Pete not the same thing. Like, and like I'm not trying to hate on the man, but like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Yeah. But yeah. So tell me about that, like the Atlanta influence in your sound and.
You know what's wild is it's a major influence just because, 96. Yeah. Shit, 96 was crazy time, and that's when I was coming of age. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when they was doing their thing, Dungeon family.
Yeah.
You know, specifically Outkast, but you know the whole Dungeon family.
Oh yeah, Goody Mob. Yeah, I think of them all. Even Cool Breeze.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I think of them all as one. You know what I mean? I know Outkast is what everybody knows, but
they were moving as a unit.
Oh yeah,
and
man.
That's why Outkast was so popular, so powerful, I should say.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Of course, they was gonna be popular because they was amazing artists.
Yeah.
But that's why they was so powerful as a unit, because they all moved as a unit. They was a big ass family. We saw that early. My brother saw that early. Like I keep referring to my brother, my sister, because it was like he was showing me all this stuff because he could see that I wanted to do it early.
Yeah.
Like bro, I was writing letters to LaFace at 10, 11 years
Oh,
old.
that's what's up, man.
But I was doing it before Cass. I was doing it with Whitney Houston because I was looking at the back of the shit and I'm like, okay, you got Babyface putting together the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. My family they real big on doing shit as a group.
Yeah.
So when Waiting to Exhale came out, I think we went and seen Gremlins together. You know what I'm saying? Total Recall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We went and I don't just mean like my mom and my dad, the brothers and sisters. No, she calling Auntie Stacy, Auntie Nikki, Auntie Hobie.
Yeah.
They all got to come. You know what I'm saying? If they available, they coming.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
So it was like one of those things.
Yeah.
So when Waiting to Exhale came out, Soul Food as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those is like family events.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So when the soundtrack came out, oh yeah, that was like a spotlight. Like my mom was playing that shit. It's got Whitney on it. It's got Brandy on it. It's got all these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the back of it. All these people on the same label. It's making sense. I see LaFace. I say LaFace. Start looking at interviews because I'm reading magazines now. At that point, okay, L.A. Reid, Babyface.
Yeah.
Let me figure out how I can. Who do I need to address this to?
And you were doing it at what age?
At 10.
That's
like
powerful,
10,
man. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, you know, this is the thing too, right? At that age, they had just taught us how to address envelopes, stamp shit.
It's
you know
funny you say that because you, man, I could tell I wasn't quite that advanced yet, but at that exact same age, I remember they taught us how to write letters to companies to get things. And I remember I was probably 10 years old and I wrote Joke Cola because I like joke. My mom, you know, you want what your parents won't let you have, the forbidden fruit. I'm like, I'm gonna write Joke Cola and I'm gonna have them send me a whole bunch of Joke Cola. Right. And I wrote that. They sent me a sticker though, and I put it on my wall. But that's you were writing labels. That's I love that.
Because I'm like, how do I get a deal?
Yeah,
like I got a notebook full of songs. Y'all keep signing child prodigies. Shit, Michael Jackson was how old? Tevin Campbell was how old? Chris Cross was how old?
Yeah.
Like, I'm putting all this in the letter. Like, I don't know if I'm writing this the right way. I sent them dozens of letters.
Did they ever get back to you?
They never wrote back.
Oh man,
they never wrote back.
They should have at least been like, man, yeah,
you know
that's yeah.
But it's cool. You know who did write back?
Who?
Nickelodeon. Nah.
Okay, yeah.
Shoe after shoe, dominating crew after crew. Barbie gonna hand me the cue and I'ma ask my boo, who after you? You get a whiff of this shit and you know that I'm living the same with them rappers do. I might roll up on them just to pass a few. If you ever wonder who done gassed the crew, better check your shares. Cause I never made a bad move. Step on it again, I've been going in. How much is you throwing in? How much you brought out to spin? Bet it all, we bout to win. They thought it was clout, but then that light hit it. I said it once, but I'ma go again. Set it up for me so I can set it up for blowing it. It's Charli with no E, GPT. Algorithmically, I'm modulating P. It's only pressure when you paying me. If I was nowhere, I'd be building a boat. Got a motor, I'ma keep it afloat. Got a lot of businesses I need to promote. I know Afrofuturism need me the most. I know Melanin winning, they need me the boast. Chopping the wave when they tried to leave me the coast. I know it's pressure, we're building something every day, but I know they've been seeing the growth. And I had to make a balance with the patience and the perseverance, cause I needed them both. I've been whipping it up and then waiting for you on the low. Tell me where you wanna go. My niggas been running businesses and thugging. That organization really isn't nothing. I'm out of position, still a hit a button. They serious as hell. Thought I was off, but I live in the lab. Working on me. Rock out till the clock out, that's what it's gonna be. Remember they stunted on me. Couldn't even pick up the speed, I was running on E. Charged up, I might take on the town. Heavy be the head, they'll put on the ground. Walk through the 5 left, sit on the ground. I don't even like my foot on the ground. Well, you ain't even gotta tell them. I've been the letter to represent the 727. You can put a couple G's on my body and a couple of O's. Or when I come, no, I'ma need a couple of those. I know the phone getting stuck in your nose. Even the hater be loving the flow. We the rage, even in regular clothes. The way that I was raised with a little green devil on my shoulder. Might have been running for office if I never turned. You know I be turned, but I know the business, so I know the bridges can never be burnt. Kicking this shit one hard. I may be making another 400 degrees. Make them say, huh? If I'ma kill them with this one, what else he got under them sleeves? I'm at the baseline, 44 in the waistline, under one of them T's. They wanna take mine, I done cut off their braid line, they gon' run in the trees. Mind on the revolution that's on my mind. Figuring out some something new that I can design. Rolling the pine, I was selling them dimes to the dimes that was sniffing the lines. The young focus, I'm trying, not trying to do it. See, I'm quietly attaining everything I'm pursuing.
Yeah, I was on Figure It Out when I was 12.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I put like clothespins on my face. It's some shit I seen on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you made it to the show.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So that was the splash of your acting career.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Did that open up any doors for you?
It didn't, but just to, I guess, just be popular, known as the kid that went on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody in middle school knew I went to. I was on there. That's about it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And they saw you on there.
I do have a gift out of it. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what's up. But did that kind of spark your interest to maybe plant seeds for what you've been doing more recently with filmmaking?
That it did, for sure. Because when you see what goes on behind the scenes, everything else just kind of, I don't want to say it goes away, but it's kind of like, that it's Wizard of Oz theory. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I see behind the curtain now.
Yeah.
This how y'all do this.
Yeah.
And then I went to school for it. Because once I seen it at that age, well, actually at 12 I was already in school for it.
So what did you go to school for?
For music. Well, I went to school for music.
Where'd you go?
I went to John Hopkins, 16th
Okay,
Street.
yeah. And they had a music program there.
Yeah,
okay,
they had the arts program at 16th Street, John Hopkins.
That's what's up.
I always say 16th Street because 6th grade it was still 16th Street. Then they changed it to John Hopkins my 7th grade year, giving away my age. I ain't gonna tell y'all my exact age. For those who don't know my real age, I'm still 727 years old. Just putting it out.
Okay.
You feel me? But yeah, so they changed it to John Hopkins, but that's they instituted they had two programs, the computer program and the arts program. So I was focused on music, but they also had dance, they had drama, tech, screenwriting, and all of that. So playwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to everything I could because it's like once you get your grades in this class, you kind of can, whether you do or don't, I'm kind of acting up. So
yeah,
you get in good with the teachers. Just slide to another class sometimes.
Yeah.
And I would be in tech, I'd be in costume design, just learning.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah. And I did the same thing when I went to Gibbs.
I was just going to say that because I didn't know about the arts program at 16th Street, but I knew I had a lot of friends. I wanted to go to Gibbs, bro. I wanted to be in the art program at Gibbs.
That shit was fun.
But it was like, it was a zoning thing. You know what I mean? And then I think I don't know if they had a lottery for it. All I know is it just didn't work out. But I really wanted to go to Gibbs because of that art program. And I had some super creative friends at the time that did. So tell me about that.
That was fun. Now, Gibbs was fun. Now, you know what's funny about going to Gibbs, though? I thought that Gibbs was about to be like the mirror program because I was already, I guess, advanced in my lifestyle with it. Like I say, my cousin in middle school, he gave us Fruity Loops already. So I'm like, if I got this on my computer at home, I know this room full of keyboards and computers got to have something in there that's like what I got or better. They didn't. It was music theory, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to concert band. We had dance classes because they force you to take either. They force you to take an elective. Every semester. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different study until you get into your focus after them second 2 years or the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So once I did that, and I was playing saxophone. Saxophone is not an orchestra instrument. I don't know if a lot of people know that or not. It's a concert instrument.
Okay.
So they say because it's like the youngest instrument in the band realm, it doesn't go in orchestra music. They don't write pieces for it.
Oh.
So they stopped doing a whole lot of concerts for the concert band, and they stopped writing a lot of parts for the saxophone. So I just switched my major completely to jazz band.
Okay.
Which was actually an elective.
Okay. And they had all this at Gibbs. That's dope.
Yeah. But because it was an elective, they didn't have a jazz band focus. I knew that because I was in good with the counselor. That freed me up for a lot of TA shit and a lot of extra free periods because they was like, well, shit, if you ain't got no requirements for jazz band, there's really not much else you really need to do. So I just go around and I'd be in costume design, or I'd be in a fucking biology class. You know what I'm saying? Just doing extra shit. I'd be out there just, y'all need me to hang a light? Techies, because I done studied this shit since I was in 6th grade. Like, y'all need me to be a part of it. I don't have to be certified. I'm just part of the class. Yeah, let me help you out with this next play that's coming out.
Yeah,
I just
man.
got my hands on everything.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
Bro, do you remember a local band? We were real young. And I know I'm like, I think probably at least 2 years older than you. But I ain't gonna say when we graduated.
You cool?
So there was a local band. So my mom introduced me to music in a similar way that you told me that your mom introduced you to music. But like my mom, she would take me to concerts to try to keep me out in the streets. You know what I mean? And so she would take me to the State Theater. Like I was plugged in at the State Theater in Janice Landing. They were all ages shows, all ages events. And I used to go see one of our favorite bands, mine and my mom's, was this dude named Joe Pop. Right, Joe Pop was the shit, bro, and that's what I was gonna say. If you remember, so I remember he had a saxophonist. This girl, she had brown hair, real curly. She was super pretty. You weren't in high school yet, though, so I don't know if you knew her, but I had a little crush on her, bro. You know, I was like 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had my little mohawk. I used to have a mohawk. You know what I mean? I used to love the ska shows.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was into everything. Yeah, I got hip hop roots, but I was always. And you know, people always ask me on the show. People I knew, when did you get in there? I was always into hip hop,
right?
But I was into punk rock too, and I just so happened was going to those punk rock shows, and that was the culture that I was really into, the ska culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had the mohawk, the big Janko jeans. I wore like a mechanic shirt.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? The chains. You know what I mean? And anyway, it was during that phase of my life when I was going to see Joe Pop, and I remember that being like one of my first crushes was the saxophonist from that played for Joe Pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was in the arts program at Gibbs. That's the only thing I knew about her.
That's wrong.
So if y'all here watching this, no.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah. And then that I don't know what happened to that band. That man could have made it, bro. Like his shows were like some of the most entertaining shows. And I've been to a lot of shows, and we would see him like religiously all the time.
We can find them.
Yeah.
We can find them.
I got a picture of them somewhere when I was a kid. I used to wear like this big old gesture hat with all these like scar pins from all these different.
I gotta see that.
You know what I mean?
I got to see that. That's from the time I got to see that.
Yeah, I'll find it for you. Yeah, I'll find it for you. But
I ain't really got no pictures from the time.
Oh, bro, I got so many. Well, I did. You know, God bless my mom. I lost my mom last year, and I did a I didn't know I had all these pictures, and I poured through. Thank you. I poured through. I poured through all these pictures because I did. So last year, my season 2, I did the season 2 finale because my mom was supposed to come on the show. You know what I mean? Like she loved what I was doing with this podcast, and she wanted to come on the show. And you know, unfortunately, we lost her suddenly, and so you know, she never had that opportunity. And then like. So anyway, I did not really a documentary, I guess a dedication. I did a full episode, a 2-hour and 22-minute episode dedicated to my mom.
Awesome.
And in doing that, bro, I've never worked so hard on anything in my entire life, and nothing that ever has been so difficult because it was super emotional. I had just lost my mom, and I was pouring through all these pictures, but I found all these pictures from the state, all these pictures, and all the different phases. I didn't realize how many phases that I went through. Mohawks, like every different color, green, magenta, purple, bro, all these big baggy jeans, from the Janko jeans to the Menace jeans, you know what I mean? Like I was a little skater, and back then, bro, like now you see teachers riding skateboards at school, bro. Back then they might have tased you and tackle you if you were in downtown St. Pete with a skateboard. It was illegal, bro. We used to ollie off of Williams Park and then have to run from the police and go jump on a city bus, bro, or hide in the little bus hub while they were running around looking for us because they would literally chase you down and trespass you.
Y'all think y'all complaining about bumps on the sidewalk and bars. I get it. Like for the unhoused, I don't like the bars on the benches. But also, we was complaining about the bars on the benches because we couldn't grind on the benches.
Yeah.
Fuck that though. Being chased by people. Period.
Yeah.
Police,
business
owners, anybody.
Oh yeah, bro. We were, and the crazy thing is like. They looked at us like we were criminals and thugs. We were just kids smoking beaties, riding skateboards. You remember beaties? For those who don't know, it was the eucalyptus leaf. I don't even see them anymore, but we used to be smoking the beaties and riding our skateboards.
Yes, sir.
Way before there were any skate parks in the city of St. Petersburg.
Way before.
I think there was one way out in Clearwater somewhere. I didn't know about it. We didn't get that far. You know what I mean?
That was it. 688 and maybe skate park of Tampa. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Tampa, exactly. We didn't get that far. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Who's skating to Tampa? Who's skating to
Clearwater? Yeah, exactly.
The bus to Clearwater back then.
Exactly. So yeah, man. I keep talking about my. But you were revisiting these memories, man.
Yeah, man.
And I'm love that we have these memories to share. You know what I mean? Like I didn't realize, how much we had in common coming up in St. Pete.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And you've witnessed all these changes.
Man, for real. And see, that's the soul. I don't know if you remember. You remember the Globe? Oh man, the Globe coffee shop used to be downtown. They used to be like the hippies, like
I think maybe,
stop. Yeah.
The Globe. I think I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah, they covered it in Creative Loafing back.
I think I vaguely remember that, bro.
Sorry. They covered it in the Weekly Planet. Back.
Yeah, the Weekly Planet, and then before that, a Focus magazine.
Yeah,
remember Focus?
Yeah. So, yeah, right before they made that change.
Yeah,
and then they got rid of it. So yeah.
Okay.
The Globe was that was heart and soul for a good 8 years.
Yeah. Man, I've blocked out like whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like just because things that I was going through in those times.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. So okay. So you were in the art program at Gibbs, and then you were in a jazz program.
Yep.
And then you kind of eventually at some point traded the saxophone for the microphone.
Yeah. Well, I was already rapping in high school because, like I say, we did the first song that I actually rapped on with Young Is, because it was actually on. Because, like I say, GFS was a group, my cousin and Young Is, same old Slim and Is. And then Cuz went away, so Is started doing solo music. He was he had figured out how to get music on Apple Music. I mean, on iTunes at that time. Nobody knew how to do it, so he figured it out.
Way back then,
Yeah, you feel me? This was 97, 98.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, brand fucking new. I think it was 98. Yeah, because I think we had iPods at that time.
I had my first iPod in 2003.
Maybe
that's when I didn't have an iPod until 2005, bro. To be real, I didn't have an iPod until 2005.
It was 99.
My
That's
mom
what it
gave me
was, because I would have been 14 and going into high school. 13 going into high school. No, 14 going into high school. Good Lord, I'm getting fucked up with the time. But anyway.
And you're right. I might have had it in like 2003.
You know,
I don't know. Yeah, but those are years. Those years were
it's like
blurred for me.
But I know for sure I was 14 because it was my last year in school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember this. He came home to help me with a song because I was trying to do R&B at the time, and it was my 8th grade year, and I was trying to sing, and so he recorded me singing, and then he said, "You know what? When we come back, I'll show you how to make this sound better." By the time he came back, I was rapping. So when he came back for spring break, that's what it was.
Okay.
It was spring break of my 8th grade year, and we recorded that first song, "Give Me a Beat" in the microphone.
That's what's up. You still got it?
Shit. Oh man, I gotta find that somewhere.
Man, if you got it, send it to me, bro.
I will. I'm gonna definitely do that.
Please.
I know Young Is got it for sure. He don't lose nothing.
I still got my first joint.
You feel me? I still got their first tape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when they first, flashback. When they first came home with that tape, they sitting in the swamp prints, above waters, and it was just them two. I was like, man, my auntie was so excited. Yeah. Like that's when I really knew that's what I wanted to do. Whether it was singing,
when you saw them,
man, because it was home then.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't even think Luciano was doing their thing yet.
Bro, I was going to say, for me, it was actually before Luciano, but Paper Chasers and Ex-Con.
Yeah.
And then it was Luciano. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then, like, yeah, man, like, them boys really, yeah.
Because it came back to back, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the tape, and I can remember going to my grandma's house, and they was all, like, just excited about the tape. My grandma was kind of like, but she was also still excited because, you know, you made some music, you know what I'm saying? But I also remember shortly after that, when that Luciano first came out. Yeah. And I had that poster on my door. Oh, man.
Man, that joint used to quake, too, bro. That joint used to quake.
Truly Trill.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Shout out to Luciano. Shout out to GFS, man, for real. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
That just took me all the way back. But yeah, like I say, so I was singing, and I already had the mic in my hand. You know what I'm saying? So at 14, I was already decided I was going to be rapping. So we rapping and, you know, doing ciphers and shit like that. You know, high school shit, after class, in between classes, and, you know, before lunch, whatever. I always used to win those. You feel me? Those was always fun, but I always used to win them little cipher battles and shit like that.
This is that.
That was just, I'm thinking about the faces that we used to be in them circles, because some of them faces is famous faces. Shout out to Justin Hires, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lee, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, them was my dogs. they still my dogs, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we honed our skills in front of Building 16, you know what I mean? Like
at Gibbs. Yeah. That's what's up.
Like literally in front of trying to impress dancers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody spitting shit, just going crazy.
Yeah.
And we dropped the album as a family my sophomore year. Yeah, my sophomore year. We did the Philo Family album, the Southern City Movement. And so I had like 2 or 3 songs on that. And I had been burning them shits up, like going crazy, because I was sneaking to the studio. Like my cousin would come and they were just like, hey, auntie, you know, let him come chill with us. Yeah, he gonna be fine.
Oh, you didn't want them to know?
Oh, my mama, she knew, but she didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, because she wasn't trying to have me do it. Because, I mean, shit, everybody else is older than me. Like, my cousin is 5-6 years older than me. He's kind of, you know, like I said, he a computer engineer and stuff like that. So, he wasn't never no troublemaker. But everybody we hang out with is, you know, we streets, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, it's like, when I go hang around him, if we doing music, she already know they over there smoking reefer. I'm 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
She don't want me around that.
Yeah.
But if he say it's cool, auntie, he gonna be safe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, after a while, she knew that's what was bound to happen.
Yeah.
It's bound to be some music come up out of this shit. So made sure it was some good music.
That's what's up.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I had been burning up Tasco and, you know, Club Saturdays and Stormings.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I had been burning that shit up. In fact,
so you were doing shows at the teen clubs. That's what's up.
We were the only ones to perform at Stormings. No, I take that back. We were the first ones to perform at Stormings as teen night, and then they started letting people perform.
Okay.
Like that's how I actually met Yoli. Shout out to Yoli. Yoli Minor. She used to be the I won't say the activities director. To let you know, I've been working in the offices too long. She was the promotions assistant director
at Stormings.
At Wild.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's how I met her. Was at Stormings because we booked the show at Storm. I booked the show at Stormings at 16 because we put the album out and I was about to get my license. That's what it was. We put the album out when I turned 15. Excuse me. I was 15 when we put the album out. I was about to turn 16. Had my permit. Brother had gave me a car. So I was about to get my license at 16. So I'm trying to celebrate all that shit because now I can drive. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one of the few people driving the Stormings because it's still a teen club. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I go up there one of these days when I don't have to work. I know they, you know, it's regular hours. Go up there during business hours. Can I do a show? You know what I mean? Talk to the lady, I forget her name, but she booked it. Got me and my dogs in there for one night. Turned that thing out. You feel me? Another one of those memorable nights. You feel me? As, you know, teen legend or whatever type shit. They just like, bro, who does a fucking show at Stormings? It's like a teen night. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the only ones ever did that shit. But like I said, I think a few other people did it, but I had to stop going after that because I met Yoli. Yeah. And then I started sneaking in adult clubs.
Yeah.
You know, once she seen that a kid booked the show at the night that they was there to promote, because, you know, they used to bring the street team in there, flyer it up and all that shit for some of those nights.
Okay.
So, and then they sometimes they used to do like live remotes, you know how they do at Sky.
Okay.
They used to do at Full Moon where they like be live from the club.
Yeah. Oh, like, all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like Buckwheat used to go in there.
Of course.
Special Ed used to be in there for the teen.
That's how I knew Buckwheat from back in the day, because I had these homies, you know, they weren't in the music, they went in other things. But I was a jit, bro.
Yeah.
I was a jit. We wouldn't even wait in line. We go right in the front and then we go straight up there with Buckwheat and them. You know what I mean? I know Buckwheat, I had seen, like, he don't even remember me. I was literally pretty much a child. Not a child. I was probably 17. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no hair on my face. What I mean? Like, yeah. And they used to be in there doing the, you know, what it was, 98.7 back then. You know what I mean?
Feel me?
Yeah, that was the spot, bro. Full Moon was the spot.
Legendary spot.
Yeah.
Legendary spot. See, if y'all go to Full Moon now, it's
still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Is it still Full Moon?
Well, I don't know if it's Full Moon no more now that I think about it, because I walked past it. I think it is something else now. Cause I heard they turned it into like a Spanish restaurant, or a Spanish club, But then I heard they flipped it back.
I haven't even been to Ybor in forever, man.
I be at different times.
The last time I went there was for the improv. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, bro, I don't even go out. But I mean, occasionally, it's gotta be something big. You get me out, it's got to be something big. Juvie got me out.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? That's why I was so disappointed when he called, St. Pete, Tampa. But I mean, it's what it is. I shouldn't be pound about it. I got out. He did a show. He did his thing. He always does.
It hurts me when they do that. It really does. I love Juvie. I love all the artists.
And I know you love Tampa too, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like
Tampa.
When you're in St. Pete, you're in St. Pete. When you're in Tampa, you're in Tampa.
Just check the GPS. Check the rider. Check the flyer. Anything. You know what I'm saying? Just anything. Love though. Love. All love.
All love. What'd you say? IXL?
IXL.
IXL.
Always inspired by love.
Always inspired by love. Yes.
We just want y'all to show the city love by giving us the right name when you hear. That's it.
Yes, please. Reciprocate it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, man. But yeah, man, so I ran into Yoli, like I say, when I was 16, and I followed her around for 2 more years until she gave me a job at the damn radio station.
Okay, bad. Yeah. What radio station?
98.7.
Okay, bad. Okay, so you were working for 98.7. Okay.
I'm like the last class of the Wild Bunch, because
while
I was there, third left, and then after that, the Wild Bunch was no more, and then I left shortly after that. But it was a fun time.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was a fun little year and a half.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
The things women used to do for bumper stickers.
Yeah, I can remember.
Bruh, let me tell you. Y'all think, I don't know what's worse. What they do for views now, or what they used to do for bumper stickers and t-shirts back then.
T-shirts, yeah.
Bro, them t-shirts, that t-shirt was like gold.
Yeah.
You walk in the club wearing that t-shirt, it was over with, because how you got it?
Yeah.
What made you wear a white t-shirt with Wild on it to the club tonight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they earned it.
Yeah. You either earned it or you worked there. It's one or the other. And of course, the work shirts look a little different, so they knew who worked there. That shit used to be insane. But it would get you anywhere. That shit was like an all access pass.
Okay, yeah.
At one point in time, that Wild shirt was like an all access pass. You walk through E-Boy, you get in any club. They was grabbing you to pull you in the club just so they could say we had somebody work for Wild to come in this club. Like, fam, I'm with the street team.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have did. Well, shout out to Special Ed, because he did have a show and he did put us on there with the Short Bus crew. You know what I'm saying? But that was very short lived. So all that other extra time was all street team.
Man, I didn't realize you were cooking like that back then, bro. That's fun, what's up. Bro. Yeah.
We used to have a lot of fun. Yeah, but look, that's all my dogs, man. Yeah. Buckwheat, that's my dog. You feel me?
Yeah.
Orlando is my dog too. That's definitely my dog.
Have you checked out his pod?
Who, Orlando?
No, Buckwheat.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I was finna say Orlando. Yeah, definitely Buckwheat. Yeah, because my dog Lee was working with him too. Lee T Hart.
Okay.
Lee.
Okay,
yeah. We had a podcast together too, actually.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so me and Lee used to be on the Day Ones together. Day Ones was started with him, my friend CC, and Justin Hires. You know, and Aaron, rest in peace, and Michael Joe May.
Okay. Yeah.
So they was a collective, and then they brought me on. Justin started another podcast, and then we kind of took the Day Ones on. But then that kind of fizzled out a little bit. Obviously, we lost Michael Joe May, and then
sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Okay, so then tell us about what you got cooking now, bro. So I know you got. I mean, I'm gonna let you tell it, bro, because you got a lot going on, and I don't wanna say it, or you know what I mean. I want to soak it up, just like the audience does, bro, because I know you got a lot to share. So tell us what you've been cooking, man.
Lately, just more music. I'm trying to breathe more life into my catalog.
Beautiful.
That's one of the most important things right now, is just resurging the catalog, because I'm doing a lot of sync licensing. Actually placed the old song into a new video game. It's a video game called Scooter Flow. It's been getting some awards on Steam and stuff like that.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you're in the right places, the Discords and all that. Yeah, man.
Bro, it's so crazy too, because now, like, I be forgetting that I'm in Discords sometimes. Like, I'm in there and I'm talking to people, so I like to interact with people a lot. So I just try to find the most efficient way to interact with people and get the information out, or get some information from people, share some sort of experience, something. You know what I'm saying?
And all that happens through X, pretty much, right?
Well, X has its own thing.
Okay.
Because see, sometimes you'll catch me on X and I'll be in Spaces. And
you know see, I tried to get into that, but you got to be like this in there, bro. What happened 15 minutes ago is old.
It's over with.
Yeah, and like, my life just not set up. I'm 30 seconds at a time, bro.
When I'm in Spaces, when I'm in spaces, right, I'm usually only there for somebody's podcast.
Okay.
They treat a lot of those spaces like podcasts.
Like podcasts, yeah. I've actually been on a few when I was really trying to get into it.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get into music NFTs, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and trying to get into that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I feel like it's the future, but I feel like people are not ready for that right now.
You got it's like a focus group at this point.
Yeah.
You got to find a focus group and they'll tell you all of that shit. I'm not in it, but I see people working it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I dib and dab in it just so I can make sure it's still working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I'd really like to just drop into their conversations and just listen. I'd be a fly on the wall.
Well, that's what I did for a while.
Yeah. So a lot of these, and you see what it is, it's like some of them, they'll have like regular schedules. Like I'm with I always pay attention to the Joe Budden podcast. I'm a fan of it. Now a friend of the show, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they have their own community that's basically fan created. Now they participate in it as the host and as the stars and all of that stuff. But the fans is the ones who put the schedule together. They do recaps. They do all the positive talk about it. They tear it down a little bit. They really break it down.
Oh, so it's really interactive with fans.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his big bro. I know he's winning from that. I did a little research in terms of what people can do with podcasting, and he eating, bro. There's a reason he ain't making no music,
right?
Because there ain't no money in music,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know what it is why people, and I'm glad we got this platform to be able to talk about this, because I've been doing a lot of research on it, and it's like, while people will try to hate on whatever his method is, like you'll see people, oh well, he's hard to work with, or he never gets the deal, or he always got something on the table and then it goes belly up. He always, do something with his cast members or something like that. No, he's working a certain formula, and the most important part of that formula is the fans. Like I see Gary Vee say it all the time. It's the thank you economy right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real. That's a powerful statement.
Yeah, because it's reciprocation. It's like everybody has a way of getting in touch with you, whether you pay attention to it or not. They can DM you, they can mention you. You can ignore it, but you saw it, or you have a way of, you know what I'm saying. If you don't put those blocks up, you're gonna see it. So that's why people have problems with the comment section so much. But if you use that to your, I hate to say advantage, but I mean it's to everybody's advantage, because you're enriching your audience and they're enriching you. They're like, bro, we don't want to see that. Oh, okay, well I don't really care what y'all want to see, but I'm gonna take that into consideration because I do care what y'all want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It sounds like the opposite of what Joe Rogan says. Because Joe Rogan's like, I don't read the comments. Don't read the kill. I said, don't read the comments.
Yeah.
Don't read the comments. Just do you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Don't read the comment. But they're saying, no, read the comments, engage in the comments, and give the people what they want in the comments.
Well, see, not necessarily the comments, right? But give it to them in the content.
Okay.
Like he won't necessarily, and to be honest, none of the stars of the Joe Budden podcast will go into the comments too much. But what they will do is they'll pop up in those spaces. Or if you're doing, like, if the show is big enough, like how they have their JBTV After Hours, they'll pop up in that, and they'll address everybody who's, because they feel like they have the Patreon payers, you know what I'm saying? They have super chatters and stuff like that who send, comments with money next to it. So they're like, okay, well, at least we know where the focus audience is. We can see where the actual important opinions are coming from. Not that other people's opinion isn't important, but if you're a casual viewer, I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may be here today, you may be here tomorrow, you might not. You might catch this in your algorithm, you might not, but it might not be for you. And I can feel Joe Rogan on not reading comments at all, because he's catching a lot of passive. You'll just catch, you might not even follow Joe Rogan, but you might catch a clip of Joe Rogan and then all of a sudden see the whole thing on your feed.
Exactly.
You're not going to do that with Joe Budden. It's got to be like an acquired taste.
So he's got a niche audience. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to be seeking out their opinions. Because at the end of the day, that's what a podcast really is. And a lot of people kind of fluffed it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, everybody, they're not having conversations like what we having.
No.
They want to schedule an agenda. And let's pick out a narrative. And let's plot out some. And let's you know what I mean?
Oh, bro, believe me, everybody, I got a lot of people trying to tell me what I need to be doing with this show. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna stick to what we do and what we know, and that's celebrate people and their passions, with the objective of inspiring people to give their gifts to the world before it's too late.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And so we'll never run out of content, because I'm constantly bringing on new people with new ideas that have been through all different things. You know what I mean? All different backgrounds. You know what I mean? As long as we keep it, and not all the stories start positive, but they all end positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
they're all taking that pain and transforming it into purpose, taking that adversity and you know what I mean, building it into legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the live struggle legacy, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So my bad, bro. So okay, you've been doing all these things. You plugged in to some sync licensing. But you got new music on the way.
Sir. Yes, I got new music on the way.
But I know you got short films out there.
Run the Street. Y'all
Okay.
should go to charliefunk.com and check out Run the Street. It's on the streaming page. You know what I'm saying? So that's a mini movie that my homeboy Eric Ortiz shot and directed. He wrote, shot, directed. He did that with one camera.
It's incredible too. I saw a glimpse. I don't know if I saw the whole thing, but it was super engaging. It was what I said to the phone. It was a pleasant surprise. Like going to the website, checking it out, and like okay, and I actually, you know what I mean. I was pulled in.
Awesome.
So yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, bro. Cause look, that was my first real. It wasn't my first time acting, but it was definitely my first time on the screen in front of a real camera. Like, got a script, got to do everything right. We're gonna run this thing back 15 times if we got to. Oh, we ain't got the right light no more. We got to come back tomorrow. Oh, we got to reschedule it. Make sure you're hitting the right rollers, bro. You know how many times I redid them rollers? Man,
see, that's what you don't see when you're watching these little skits. You don't realize the energy, the effort, the time that was put into it, the frustration, maybe, right?
Bruh, I had to redo them rollers. Maybe I think we shot. It's a scene where we looking for my homeboy, and they chased him down, and then while we doing like the recon work after they chased him down, so they done went and found me because I'm supposed to be, techie or whatever. I know how to work the tech shit. So we looking for him. We in the neighborhood. Regardless, we shot that thing like over the course of 3 different days. Bro, I had to put rollers in my hair 3 different days.
And it hurt, don't it?
Bro, it ain't even that it hurt. I just had to keep
It's time consuming.
It's time consuming. Yeah. I had to keep the continuity with because I had a perm at the time too.
Oh, you had to make them look exactly the same every time.
Bro,
yeah.
I had to wear the exact same outfit. I had on all white.
So you had to keep it. Yeah.
Bro, I had on all white. I had to keep that shit pristine. If I got a stain on it, the stain got to stay there until we wear this again. Even if we're shooting this shit 2 weeks from now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ain't got no extra wardrobe, no 3-4 different pairs of shorts, 3-4 pairs of shoes, all that shit there, or a wig with the no. We putting these different color rollers in, myself, with my lady, making sure they all the right. Yeah. Man. It was fun though.
But much respect, man. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing to see. So I hope you keep cooking with that.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. We got I'm actually working on a cartoon right now. It's kind of like a bird. Well, it's not kind of. It's a bird story.
Okay.
Because Shad Core. You know who Shad Core is?
I don't know.
Shad Core, legendary bird rapper. You know what I'm saying? He was on the VH1 competition a while ago.
Okay, that's what's up.
Back when they did that. So he actually raps about that in this song. We got Berg Energy.
Okay, that's what's up. Man, make sure y'all go check out this music.
It's a must. You check out Berg Energy. It's 727 Somewhere is the name of the group. We put
727 Somewhere. Okay.
Yes, sir. And we'll probably drop that album this year around 727.
Oh man, you cooking?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it's really like a whole 727 story. Like he came up with the concept of it, and then just called me to make sure that we could kind of, because he's like my OG with a lot of this shit too. One of them at least. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, my cousin and Young Iz was a group. He was also a part of a group, Brutal Time Bomb, with my uncle. You know what I mean? So, Brutal Funk. Me. They had a song called Brutal Time Bomb. Okay. Yeah, so Brutal Funk was him and my uncle and another player. You feel me? But Shad Core is just a monster. Okay. You know what I mean? So, but regardless, fast forward to what's happening now. He called me about that, so we did it's already done, to be honest. It's 727 Somewhere, the album. It's 7 or 8 songs. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Troy Cedeno. You feel me? The C-Lab. And then we did Berg Energy and Do Something Dope Today. That's 2 of the songs that's on there. Do Something Dope Today is actually on his new album, which is his autobiography. And so he did an autobiography, the album and the book release. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I love that. So I'm about to do a cartoon based off those 2 songs, Berg Energy and Do Something Dope Today. Yeah. And it's going to be basically a saving the bird.
Okay, I love that. Yeah. Okay, and what's that gonna be called where we can find it?
Do something dope today.
Okay, the cartoon's gonna be do something dope. Is this something we can find on charliefunk.com?
Yes, sir.
So everything you do, we can find it on charliefunk.com.
Always.
So you talk about your lifestyle brand. We didn't talk about that yet.
So Adagiago is my lifestyle brand. It's tattooed on me. I don't have nothing on today.
Okay.
But every day above ground is a good one. I got
okay, that's what's up.
You feel me? That's actually something I got off Scarface.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember the scene in Scarface when Cider came and sat with him. He was like, Charlie, you know you need to smile more. I mean, he says, I say Charlie.
Yeah.
He say, Tony, you need to smile more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I say that because somebody said that shit to me.
Charlie, you need to smile more.
Like, you need to smile more, dog. Every day above ground is a good day.
Okay.
And so I just took that.
Adagiato. Every day above ground is a good day.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's my brand, Adagiago Environmental. Now, I'm kind of a hippie, you know, kind of in the street, but also kind of a hippie. I try to live holistically as possible. So
I love that.
I'm working on doing, hydroponic gardening and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I want to do some container farms and stuff like that, but I just try to keep everything as clean as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that, man. You're speaking my language. I'm a very much a holistic, you know what I mean, lifestyle person. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it's important, man. Health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all thinking your water before you drink your water. You know, eat your fruits and vegetables, man. Like, you know, take care of yourself. Quality of life is important.
Absolutely.
Do some push-ups in the morning too, please.
Yeah, move your body. Move your body. Absolutely.
Listen to Charlie Funk music to move your body.
Yeah.
I promise you're gonna sweat.
charliefunk.com.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I love that.
And
direct.
that's Charlie with no E. I know y'all gonna see it on the screen. I just want to make sure y'all know it. Keep it in your brain. Charlie with no E.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So one thing I always ask every guest on this show, it says Live Struggle Legacy. So what does legacy mean to Charlie Funk?
My legacy, the legacy for me would be modulating the world.
Yeah. The modulator. Why words of wisdom from the modulator.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because we living in such a wasteful time. We done seen so much waste. We done seen so much damage, so much toxicity. If we can just add a little bit of positivity into the algorithm, you know, it's like the spiral theory. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of adjust the cycle that keeps happening because it keeps happening. It's the same damn cycle. But if you put a little bit more positivity into it, it's a little bit more elbow grease on it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
You could change it a little bit. You might can get something. You might not get a disc this time. You might get a ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might get a pillow. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what you can create if you put some extra oomph into it. You know what I'm saying?
If you just modulate.
Yeah, you just modulate it a little bit. Add
absolutely.
something to it. But if you don't, you just let it keep going and you let it keep happening to you. What is it? It's the same thing. Same things just keep happening to you.
Take control of your frequency.
Yeah, my legacy is I just want to make change. I want to be an agent of change.
Yeah.
No matter what, anything I touch, I want to be able to leave my stamp on it. It ain't about me leaving children behind. It ain't about me leaving some big building behind. But if I just change the energy, you feel me?
In a positive way.
In a positive way. You feel me? It's got to be a positive way. We got to be uplifting. You know what I'm saying? We got to be glowing up. Growing up, glowing up, all that, you know, cliche stuff, but it's up, not down. You feel me?
Yeah.
Not negative. I'm aggressively positive.
I love that. Yeah.
I get aggressive about the positivity.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finna kill my vibe.
Yeah, man. I'm with that. I am with that.
Feel me?
And we have to be. We have to protect that.
It's important, bro.
We have to protect that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people think that being positive is soft. Nah, it ain't nothing soft about it. Sometimes it's the toughest thing in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because it be shit being thrown at you all the time. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you're trying to do right. Bro, when you're trying to do right, everything get thrown at you. It's crazy. But now you got to fight it instead of joining it and fighting the good shit that you're supposed to be doing for yourself. Now you're like, no. I'm holding on to this good shit. And anything that's trying to, disturb that peace, blocking it.
You modulating it, man. Absolutely. You changing that frequency, man. That's it.
And for me and everybody around me.
Yeah, I love that.
If you stand next to me, I'm blocking negativity from you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, no, much respect, bro. Much respect.
That's it.
Well, man, thank you for coming and sharing your story, your energy, your branding. Charlie Funk, the modulator, charliefunk.com, all things music, lifestyle, branding, all around positivity, and every day above
Every day above ground is a good one.
Every day above ground is
I be saying WAN too, just so you know. WAN is withholding anything negative or withdrawing anything negative. That way when you give me DAP, you deposit anything positive.
Yes,
You feel me?
yes, bro. I love that. It's Charli Funk, y'all.
IXL.
And Live Struggle Legacy. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. If you got a question for Charli Funk, ask it, drop it in the comment section. Start a conversation. If you're listening on a streaming platform, please make sure you hit that follow button, download, save, rate us. If you're looking to promote your business, holler at me. We're looking for sponsors. And make sure you check out the livestrugglelegacy.com. We building pyramids.
At Autism Acceptance All-Stars, it's more than awareness, it's action. When you sign up at the AAAS.org, you join a movement for acceptance, inclusion, and real impact. Don't miss our Memories Delivered program. We bring professional photographers right to the homes of autism families, capturing genuine moments in the comfort of their own space. Becoming an All-Star is free, but the difference you make is priceless. Visit the AAAS.org today. Be seen, be heard, be an all-star. If you'd like to promote your business on the show, please DM us for sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for tuning in. We out.